The Lakers made a few acquisitions the other day to bring in a couple of undrafted free agents on two-way contracts in order to make an impact on the Summer League roster and hopefully make an impact on the regular season squad. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything we have for you for today's video, guys, there's about 70% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not yet subscribed to the channel just yet, and if you guys want more of those Laker updates, especially with free agency around the corner, you guys want to make sure you guys are subscribed to Lakers Digest. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics we have for you today, as the Lakers signed two-way contracts. So, the Lakers are already getting to work to putting together their Summer League team, which is probably going to include their most recent draftees, Dawson Connect and Bronny James, to go along with last year's picks, Maxwell Lewis and Jalen Hood-Schifino. So, they're going to add two more two-way contracts to add to this squad, and hopefully to make an impact on that squad, and with the intention of hopefully affecting the Lakers on the regular season level. But these couple of guys, one of them was a French prospect. His name was Armel Torre, which I'm probably butchering his name, but he joins the Lakers on a two-way contract. And then another player, this guy I'm a little bit more excited of just because there's some more film on him, and his name is Blake Hinson. He's an undrafted Pittsburgh sharpshooter. He also signed a two-way deal with the Lakers. So those couple of guys are going to be joining the Lakers Summer League team, and then definitely the South Bay Lakers, and then we'll see if they get some time for the regular season Lakers. But hopefully they can make an impact at Summer League right away. Just a little short synopsis of both guys. Armel is more of a defensive prospect. That guy has some switchability. He's about 6'8", pretty solid wingspan, so he can have some of that defensive versatility. His offensive game is still a bit work in progress, but that's why he probably got the two-way contract, so he can play in the G League and then develop that skill a little bit more. And then Blake Hinston, that's the guy who I'm a little bit more excited about because he played in the ACC last year for Pitt, had some pretty big games, was able to showcase shooting from very deep range at a high volume as well. So he's a guy that can definitely project more as a 3-and-D guy, and then he's a big dude as well. He's about 6'7", so a 6'7" shooter that kind of went undrafted was a nice little get for the Los Angeles Lakers, and we'll see if he's able to translate that to the NBA game, and then if that is possible, then the Lakers found themselves another shooter to go along with Dawson Connect, who they got in the first round. But on to my next point here, and that is, can they make an impact? And definitely when we're talking about impact, it varies in what shape or form. And for the most part, these guys are going to be South Bay Laker guys, with the exception if there is massive injuries to the Lakers team, or these guys play well enough to warrant that playing time, but I highly doubt it gets to that point. Maybe less so for Blake, just because he's a guy that played in a big-time conference, was a first-team All-ACC player last year, so he has a little bit of those chops. He is a bit of an older prospect. Something is a little bit strange about him. Just so let's look at his college stats here for Blake, and he actually had 6 recorded seasons in college basketball. He was in that little weird COVID limbo year, so that's why he had a couple of redshirt years at Iowa State, because he started his career in Ole Miss playing in the SEC, but then he eventually moved to Pitt for his quote-unquote junior and senior season. So this guy is a bit of an older prospect. He's, I believe, almost 24, so he is a bit of an older prospect, so he's been well seasoned, been through a couple of programs in college basketball, so he's been bouncing around just a little bit. So we'll see if that adaptability will help him in the NBA game. Just looking at his stats just one more time, and he averaged about 18.5 points per game for Pitt's last season, and then he shot 42% from 3 on a whopping 8 threes per game. This guy was making 3.3 threes a game. So this guy takes and makes a lot of three-pointers. And then also, this guy averaged about 4.4 rebounds per game. So this guy is a high-volume three-point shooter, and then he shoots it at a pretty good rate. So 42%. That's very good for the college level. We'll see, like I said, if that translates to that same percentage in the NBA level. And first of all, Summer League will be the first showcase to see if Blake can display that range. He's got very deep range. Go check out some of his highlights. This guy shoots it from Jimmer Fredette range. That's how deep this guy can really pull up and stretch the floor. And then let's talk a little bit more about the other guy. So I think he has less of a chance to really make an impact, mostly because he seems more of like a prospect. He is 21 years old, so he is a little bit older than some of these prospects. But let's look at his stats here that he played in the French League, in the LNB Pro A League. And then he played for a couple of teams there, most recently Belarus, I believe, if I'm correct, pronouncing that correctly. But he played about 33 games for them, averaged about 10 points per game to go along with 7.3 rebounds, which is pretty solid, 1.5 assists, and then 0.6 blocks and 0.6 steals and 0.3 blocks per game. But the downside on him is the offensive side of the ball, as you saw, only shot 26% from three off a pretty low volume, about 1.83 threes a game. So this guy definitely is a little bit of a work in progress when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive skills and wingspan is all there. We'll see how he's able to translate that. And definitely if he's more of like a bigger wing, some of that like power forward type, so can guard a little bit multiple positions. Hopefully he can rebound at that high clip. So if he's able to be a good rebounder, that'd be another path for him to be getting minutes and getting some playing time, because the Lakers, just as a team, as collective, with the exception of Anthony Davis and Jared Vanderbilt, are a pretty poor rebounding team. So any guy that can come in and defend and rebound, you already have a leg up on most of the guys on the roster. So that's just a little bit profile of those two guys. But I'm more excited about Blake just because he's a guy, like I said, played in the big time conference, was able to shoot the three at a high volume and a high percentage. 42% that's a real percentage. And then, so just all of that sort of factors, and then him also being a 6-year senior. So a little bit like Dawson Connect, having a very meticulous and just long journey. But I think that can evidently help you, because being in different systems help you to adapt and help you to learn and grow. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about these guys, these two-way contracts? Are they going to be better than last year's two-way contracts that we had? Because I believe it was Des Moines Hodge, Alex Fudge, and Colin Castleton. Alex Fudge, I believe, was eventually traded. He ended up on the Mavericks, and then Des Moines Hodge just really couldn't get it together at the NBA level, mostly because of his size. He's about 5'10", so a bit undersized. So these guys are a bit more NBA-sized players, so we'll see if they're NBA ready in the Summer League. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below, what you think about these guys. And I am your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.